All right, gang, we're going to test drive. I guess I got the YouTube live going. We're going to do a little bit of a dynamic effort upper body style workout right now. So we're going to go through the warm up. We're going to do some pressing, some pulling. If you guys have questions, you guys can post in the chat box. Just trying some different things. YouTube live is a little bit more clunky than Facebook and Instagram, so we're going to make do with what we got. I'm going to crank some tunes, and then we're going to get rolling. So we're going to do a little dynamic effort. We're working on form and force production here. All right, and then where did I put my phone? So we're going to get started. If you guys have any questions, you can post in the chat box as well. Let's see what we got here. 1 second, guys. We're going to do a little bit of a upper body workout right now. Just looking for my phone. Let's see what we got here. All right, we're going to get rolling. Sorry about the delay. Do a little warm up. All right, we're going to do a little benching now. Do a little dynamic effort bench workout. So we're going to attach the bands. We got some heavy fat bells here. We're going to double them up. So we're working on controlling the bar and exploding the bar. So for dynamic effort bench, we're working on form and force production. We're going to double up this mini band. Got a heavy fat bell here. Again, doubling up the mini band. So it's going to be about 70 to 90 pounds of tension at the top. I'm going to work on bending the bar, stopping it, and pushing myself away from the bar. That's the goal of today. Also going to do some pull-ups in between my sets. We're going to do sub-max reps, sub-max weight for maximum force. Close grip. We're going to do pull-ups in between every bench set. Yes, sir. A little bit easier on the wrists. Round two. Come on. Working on stopping the bar and driving and pushing myself away from the bar. Round two. Doing some pulling in between. Trying to get a full stretch the best I can. The door pull-ups are a little bit more challenging to get a good stretch, but making do. Round three. Trying to move the bar as fast as possible. Yeah, it's sub-max reps because I'm doing 9 sets of 3. It's about quality. The goal of today is form and force production. Trying to be nice and controlled. Trying to get good volume and grease in the groove, we call it. Round 4. Don't underestimate the power of high amount of sets and low reps. You get better quality and more first repetitions. So a good opportunity to practice techniques too. Let's try this. Round 5. Oof. Feeling good so far. Getting it in. Round 6, we're going to do 3 more. Do 9 sets of 3. We're going to stop in the bar, pushing myself away from the bar. So doing a dynamic effort, upper body workout, 9 sets of 3. We're going to form and force production, submax pull-ups in between. So do 9 sets of 3 of each. We're going to get a full stretch here. Making sure this is nice and tight. Trying to be explosive here. All right. About 3 more rounds to go. 7, 8, 9. Did 6 sets so far. 7, 8, 9 to go. You guys can maybe help me keep track. Ooh. Get a lot of opportunity to practice your setup as well. Stopping the bar, throwing the bar. Pull-ups in between. Chinny chin chins. Come on. Trying to be explosive on this particular day. You got 8 and 9 left over. Thanks. I'm gonna need help keeping track. 8 and 9. Ooh. Always want to let that weight settle and then bring it down. Very important. Whew. One more, the next exercise. All right. Come on. Settle. Stop. Throw. Stop. Throw. Ooh. Last set of chins. Ooh. All right. We're going to move on now. Bands are to come off. So now we're going to do a t-shirt press. It's a little bit of a twist on a spoto press. We want to drop the weight down quickly, stop the bar quickly, have a lot of stopping power in the chest so it's not bobbling, and then explode up. Usually a little bit of a closer grip. Usually start at like 60 to 65% for like 5 sets of 5. So we're going to do a t-shirt press. Add a little weight. I'm going to do some more upper back in between as well. So again, working on stopping the bar. Stop the bar, throw. That's what we're looking for there. Some more upper back in between. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do a batwing hold. We're going to isometric strength. We're going to do foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Being able to hold the back, the lats, the shoulders in an isometric position is critical for powerlifting, so you can hold your position up when you're benching, when you're squatting, when you're deadlifting. So being able to have isometric static strength in the upper back is crucial. Crucial. So don't forget to add pauses to the top when you do your rows, or even just hold for a longer count. It's a really good training tool for a powerlifter. You need to learn how to contract the upper back in an isometric fashion. So now we're going to go back to the t-shirt press. Stop the bar, big throw. So trying to work on catching, stopping the bar, and then throwing it back up. Building stopping power. Working the upper back, rear delt. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is an infinity loop. A lot of purposes here. It's kind of a 3-sided hip circle. Brian Schwab sells this. You can get him on, I think Spud sells it as well. Yep, Spud Inc. When you do a Batwing, we're going to hold that isometric contraction in the back. Getting a little bit tired, so I might go a little lighter on the next set, so I can really pinch my shoulders and make sure they're fully retracted. So I'm picking that shoulder blade in this back pocket, this shoulder blade in that back pocket. Good cue to help hold your upper back, upper torso, as well as protect your shoulders. Very important. Yes, just a tiny bit. We're going to stop and power. We'll do one more round here. 4 or 5 sets is good. Try to pinch the shoulder blades together with these pull aparts. You do this with a band, with a hip circle. This is an infinity loop by Spud Inc. Batwings next. So on my next set of the Batwings, I'm going to go a little lighter. I'm losing that position. Always important that you keep proper technique when doing any of these movements. It's about intent. Having intent and purpose, not always about maximal load. You need to have intent and purpose behind every exercise you do. Settle it. We're going to stop and throw. Stop, throw. Stop, throw. Stop, throw. Stop, throw. Stop, throw. That's the goal of t-shirt press, stop and power. I didn't do them perfect, but that's a weakness for me. It's a tough exercise. But the intent is to stop the bar, be able to stop the bar with your muscle tension, not rely on heaving the weight. You want to stop the bar with your muscles. Very, very important. We'll do it again. It's some infinity loop pull aparts. Spud Inc. sells this device. Let them know that we sent you. I love this device. It's a little bit different than the Mark Bell hip circle. I prefer the hip circle and Mark Bell's products for most things. But this is a nice addition as well, in addition to all the hip circle products, because you got a little bit longer options here. So I like both. Both are great. Both are great companies, great people. You want to support our powerlifting companies during this time. One more set of Batwings. We're going to go a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. All right. Take some weight off here. Start to clean up a little bit, and then we'll go into the last round. Should leave this here. There we go. All right. Leave that there for now. Okay. We're going to burn out now. We're going to do a little bit of, we're going to do some fat belt pressing. We're going to do some fat belt pressing here, as well as some band rows. So if you don't have an anchor point for rows, you can just use your feet. So I'm going to show you that first. So we're going to come here. Great option. So if you don't have an anchor point, use your feet. Great option if you don't have a low cable. Pull towards your hip. to make it more lat emphasis. If you want to use a lighter band or you have a lighter band, you can also pull more with your elbows out, and that'll make it more upper back dominant. So again, you can do these seated on the floor. I'm just showing you on the bench just for the angle. So I can row with my elbows out as well to work my upper back more. Lats, upper back. It's just opposing the joint action and muscle action a little different. So again, more upper back and rear delt, more lats because that's more shoulder extension. So a different feel there. Both are good. All right, I'm gonna do some pressing now. Burn out a little bit. We'll do a little drop set here, and that'll be the workout for today. Dynamic upper body should usually go a little bit quicker than the other workouts. Using the fat bells here, a little bit of a different feel. You can get a bigger stretch in the pec. I'll tilt this down so you can see a little bit better. Slow eccentric pause and drive up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 40. Now we're going to go to a lighter bell, burn out a little bit. If you don't have dumbbells or fat bells, you can do push-ups as well. I'm going to do a little bit more of a fly type motion here because this is a little bit lighter of a weight. So I'm stretching, contracting, stretching, contracting. As I fatigue, I could do more of a press, but still trying to stretch my pec while keeping good shoulder position. A little lighter still. Ooh, sweating now. So I'm going to keep going until I can't go anymore. Last one. Really trying to get a good stretch in the pecs here, but still keeping my shoulders and back engaged in a good position. Trying to squeeze my chest together at the top. All right. I'm going to finish off with a little pull apart just to stretch my chest. A little bit more rows, and then we'll be done. Whew, tiring. So we'll do a little bit of a row drop set here. Last movement. Bands are not the best option for back, unfortunately, but it's convenient because mechanically we're weaker at the top and the band's strongest at the top. So higher reps is better for band rows because mechanically the strength curve does not match up like it would a press, a squat, or a deadlift where you could typically lock out more as you gain mechanical advantage. Rowing movements is the opposite, so that's something to consider. So higher rep training with rows, usually a better option to consider. As I get tired, I'm going to go to a lighter band and switch up my variation a bit. So again, more lats here, more upper back. The more I bring my elbows up and out, it's going to be more upper back. More lats, more upper back. Upper back, lats. Whew. One more. Now this, I'm going to go more of a rear delt motion because it's a little bit easier. So I can come here. So more rear delt, more mid back. Rear delt, mid back. Rear delt, mid back. Ugh. Now I'm going to go to a pull apart. For something like this, I can wrap the band around my arm a few times. Whew. That's all she wrote for me. All right, so we're going to go over the workout now. All right, thanks, buddy. All right, so we're going to go through the workouts now. All right, so we're going to go through the workouts. We did a dynamic effort bench today. We did 9 sets of 3. We worked on stopping the bar. We used a fat bar. It's a little bit more surface area. So that allows a little bit easier joint stress on the wrist. It's also a little bit bigger, so it's going to be a little bit more shoulder friendly as well. We use the bands, which accommodate resistance. It makes it lighter in the bottom, heavier at the top. Some considerations for using bands in the upper body, there will be a little bit of a shear component, so you got to be careful. So I like lighter tension of bands and less frequent use of bands for pressing movements as opposed to squatting and deadlifting. But still a very powerful tool. So I don't really like to go super heavy against bands with benching. I like to use more chain weight or reverse bands or slingshot. But for speed work, bands can be a great option. It allows you to accelerate the weight as you mechanically gain advantage, work the tricep a little bit more, and it'll teach you to explode through your sticking points, explode through the lift. We did mixed pulling. We did some pull-ups, sub-max reps. Especially when it comes to pull-ups, they can get very sloppy very soon. So I like more sets, less reps on things like chins and pull-ups. You can keep better technique, get a better stretch, and you're going to get more better quality volume. You want quality volume. It's not just so. I'd rather you do 10 sets of 3 on something like a pull-up versus 3 sets of 10 especially if you're a newer lifter, not as strong pound for pound. So that's something to consider when trying to increase pull-up strength and pull-up volume, is use more sets, less reps, and increase your volume over time over the course of a training cycle, training month, microcycle, okay? Other things that we did a t-shirt press, or like a low spoto press. And the reason that we don't actually touch the chest, it forces you to stop the bar with muscle tension. Force you to stop the bar by actually using your muscles. Really important. And then I just did some upper back work in between to improve my training density, get more work in less time. The workout took about 40 minutes. Then I did some burnouts. A lot of times after a dynamic day, we'll do what's called the repetition effort method. And then we'll go a little bit closer to muscular failure. So I did a drop set of presses and flies as I got lighter with the weight. And same thing, I did more rows. Then we went to elbows out rows. Then we went to rear delts. So just kind of did like a mechanical drop set. As the weights got lighter, I made the variation of the exercises more challenging to stimulate my muscle fibers that much more. So that was a dynamic effort style, the Westside style workout in the garage. I really enjoy the dynamic effort workouts. They're quick, they're fast. So if you're not going to be able to use as much load, you can work on other things like speed and conditioning and other aspects of fitness right now. So dynamic effort work is going to be a great option, whether you have bands or not. But that being said, now is maybe a good time to purchase some bands and tinker with some new ideas. So thank you guys so much for listening. If you are live right now, please also go into our Facebook page, also AAPTE. I'm doing a live webinar at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. If you want to join in, we still have some spots available. There's some link in my in the story, as well as on aapte.org. Go to the webinar page. So if you guys enjoyed this content, please, there's 3 ways you can help us. Refer, repost, or review. You can give us a 5-star review on Google, Facebook, or even iTunes, Powerlifting for the People. So 5-star reviews help other people find us. If you found the content helpful, please share it with a friend. Please tag us in your posts and tag a friend in the content you found helpful. So those are some ways you can help us refer, review, and repost our content. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys are doing well. If you need any support, shoot us a DM. Until next time, stay strong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, brother.